Hey guys, this is Leeza, and first up, happy Independence Day. Our forefathers fought hard for freedom and equality, but how many of us have that in bed?
We gonna take it, 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 gonna take it to the top. I'm gonna.
Welcome to the Great Indian Sex Survey 2020, the lockdown edition. IMbesharam.com, India's top adult store, asked thousands of Indians from across the country of all genders and orientations to answer questions about their sex lives. And I was tasked to analyze the results. So, how does India like to hook up? Let's start with the basics. We have sex on our minds a lot. But we're not getting lucky nearly as much as we think about it. Also, turns out most of us are late bloomers. Over 50% of respondents said they were over 18 when they first had sex, while 10% found themselves waiting up to 30. Honestly, it's probably a good thing we're not doing it as often or as early as we wish we were. I mean, just imagine how out of control our already crazy population numbers would be. So until we improve access to contraception nationwide, here's my 2 cents. Now that we've established that we are pretty horny as a country, it's no surprise that most people agreed that sex makes them happy. So how about we stop claiming that it's against our culture?
I love you like la 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 la.
We've been connoisseurs of pleasure for centuries. And on that note, let's talk about some of our favorite positions. Missionary and doggy style came up as our top 2, especially for men, but a lot of women respondents chose woman on top as their favorite. And that makes so much sense to me because it's a position that allows for some clitoral stimulation alongside penetration. It's certainly my favorite position. Some inspired folks with a penchant for variety, certainly let it be known in the comment boxes. Yup, clearly we think we're pretty good at it. Close to a third of our respondents believe that they're bona fide sex gods already, rating themselves at a 5 out of 5 porn star level in bed. Nice. The rest of us, however, are hungry for improvement. The truth is, there's no perfect way to have sex. The learning and evolution can be ongoing and infinite. Speaking of which, let's talk about our most common sexual curiosities. It turns out we're pretty obsessed with oral sex. For the remaining 40%, please remember, we also seem rather intrigued by anal sex.
Give it to me.
A lot of us haven't tried it yet, but many would love to. Now, when it comes to orgasm, the majority of our male respondents said that they orgasm every time they have sex. For our female respondents, however, it was a significantly less frequent occurrence. Most women said that they had faked an orgasm at least once to satisfy a partner, to end the sex, or because they thought they were supposed to. Been there, done that. Numerous studies across the world have shown that this orgasm gap is real. So, how can we ensure our pleasure becomes more gender equal? Here's a hint. Penetration isn't everything. Pay more attention to the clitoris. Okay, so what gets India hot and heavy? Our fantasies include the whole shebang. Turns out nearly all of us are turned on by the thought of dressing up and roleplay. And as always, some of the most creative fantasies came up in the comment boxes. Spanking, squirting, jello, fireflies. We've got takers for all. Ooh, affair with a sexy professor. That sounds like a fantasy that's right up my alley. But what about the reality of cheating? Turns out close to half of us have encountered the question of infidelity at some point in our relationships. When asked what counts as cheating, most defined it as sex with another person, while some felt that even a close emotional bond was crossing the line. Interestingly, however, the majority believed that thinking about someone other than your partner during sex was not cheating. Well, just don't moan the wrong name during the climax.
बहुत ही आराना लगता है.
One thing's certain, a lot of us yearn for novelty and variety in our sex lives. As to whether we're open to paying for sex, some of us have fallen to that temptation here at home. And we've all heard those WhatsApp jokes about why Indians love Thailand. I guess you really can't make that stuff up. Meanwhile, in the swipe culture of 2020, many Indians are using technology to help enable their sex lives. Most said they'd sent a nude photo of themselves at least once, sometimes even to people they weren't in a relationship with. Some took it a step further with sex tapes. We're certainly making use of our smartphones, that's for sure. And speaking of sex on the internet, India has long been one of the world's largest consumers of online porn. Our favorite genre? Homemade or amateur? We like our content to be relatable, right? Speaking of which, more than 60% of respondents said they wish there was more Indian representation in porn. What we really want is porn with Indian actors in Indian settings made in Indian languages. In the meantime, we can thank God for Sunny Leone, who's remained our most Googled celebrity for over 8 years. Which brings us to our next subject, masturbation. And while we can publicly pretend otherwise, the reality is that pretty much everyone likes a wank. So how do we go about pleasuring ourselves? 73% of our respondents said they currently masturbate using their hands, but most also pined for sex toys. In fact, many said that they'd not only be open to using a toy during solo play, but even for some extra fun with a partner. So yay to us for being curious and open-minded, even if only secretly for now. Several participants even shared that they get frisky with pillows, shower faucets, fruit and vegetables, all doubling up as homemade toys. Cucumbers were apparently an especially popular choice. And speaking of homemade toys, those handheld jet sprays installed in our toilets are kind of the bomb, right? Ladies, you know exactly what I'm talking about. One guy in the comment box even said that he uses a watermelon. 100 marks for creativity there. Still, in the interest of health and hygiene, you should definitely consider investing in a high-quality toy made of medical-grade material. Whatever your gender or sexual orientation, there are all kinds of amazing toys from the world's best brands available online in India now. And guess what? IMbesharam.com came out on top yet again with 78% of the votes as the country's most loved and trusted premium adult store. Now, given all the buzz about Make in India, isn't it about time we had some desi sex toys too? We asked people what they would name a Made in India vibrator, and there were some very creative suggestions that came up. Atmanirbharta. Surely even our PM would approve.
आत्मनिर्भरता, आत्मबल और आत्मविश्वास से ही संभव है।
Amen. I hope you guys liked this video, and a big thank you to everyone who participated in the survey. Don't forget to share it and tell us in the comments what findings you found most surprising, as well as any questions you'd like to see included in the next edition. Here's to India's sexual liberation. Play it safe. I'll see you soon.
You wanna be healthy, wealthy, sexy and wise. Exercise!
You got them right.